Hey guys, today is Friday, December 18th. The time is 4:30 p.m. and the temperature right now is -2 degrees Celsius. I'm currently walking west along Fleet Street, and that there is the Fort York Armory. And the plan for this one is to head on up to the Bentway, which is a 1.75 kilometer trail that runs underneath the Gardiner Expressway. And I'll walk along that from close to where it starts all the way east to where it finishes. And then maybe after that, I'll just continue on heading east for a bit and find my way over to a subway station. The next major street straight ahead is Strawn Avenue. And that's where you can get onto the western entrance to the Bentway. And just over there is the entrance to Exhibition Place. The Bentway is a public space that houses various art events, and in the winter time, an ice skating trail. This is actually my first time here in the winter, and if I'm not mistaken, I think the ice skating just started today, and that will be running through till January 31st. And the structure right here is the Gardiner Expressway, which is the main east to west highway corridor that runs along the south end of Toronto. And that's a look west, and right there is where you can access the Bentway from Strawn Avenue. The sign has some more information about the Bentway. It looks like it's divided into various sections. The concept for this was first proposed in 2015, and it officially opened to the public in 2018. The eastern stretch that will run all the way to Spadina Avenue isn't quite completed yet. And just to the north here is a rather large park known as the Garrison Common. And you can take a couple of bridges that will cross over the old Garrison Creek up to Stanley Park in King West. I've recorded a few videos through there in the past, as well as a live stream. This is actually my second attempt today at recording this video. And the reason for that is on my first attempt, when I got to the ice rink, they had just finished the skating session, so there was nobody skating around. I thought that wouldn't make for a particularly interesting video. So I waited it out in this cold weather to start again. And I think I'll post that initial video to the Johnny Stumbles channel. It's just a channel where I post bonus videos and live streams and failed attempts for videos that I tried to make for this channel. So if you want to rather pointlessly rewatch me attempt to make a video, you can head over there. There's the Fort York Visitor Center. It's an old military base that was manned by the British and Canadians. And it was built to protect Toronto Harbor, mostly from invading American forces. Okay, and this is the skating trail just up ahead here. Like the other outdoor skating facilities in the city, it is limited to 25 people at a time. There are no change rooms provided or ice skate rentals or helmet rentals, so you have to bring your own stuff, and you can reserve a spot online. I think I'll leave a link to the Bentway's website where you can get more information on that. Let's head up to the Garrison Common and take a look. I might find myself replacing some of the audio in sections here as they seem to be blasting commercial music. So here's a look around the Garrison Common. That bridge right there would be part of the Garrison crossing. And it looks like there's some TV news crews on site. I saw a city TV truck down there and a few other people set up earlier. I would imagine under more normal circumstances, this area would be a lot more popular right now. And there's an entrance into Fort York itself. Well, at least some people are having fun. Not many, but certainly some people are enjoying themselves. It's kind of a similar story to this. Everywhere you'll find skating in Toronto. I've done videos that have covered the ice rink at Nathan Phillips Square in front of the new City Hall, as well as the Barbara Ann Scott Ice Trail at College Park. All right, let's continue heading east along the Bentway. That is June Colwood Park. At least I think that's what it's called, just to the south here. Just to the south of there is Lakeshore Boulevard and Coronation Park. South of that, and then you'll find the shores of Lake Ontario. The Bentway connects several neighborhoods in Toronto. And I think there's over 70,000 residents that live nearby. So the next major street to the east of here would be Bathurst Street. And I could follow along that. And that'll take me through City Place along Fort York Boulevard. But I will follow along the Bentway, which goes underneath the Gardiner Expressway. You'd think they'd have a crosswalk here or something. Certainly some interesting art underneath here. And here's some condominiums. Gotta wonder how good a sleep you get facing the highway like this. Would it just eventually become white noise that you can tune out over time? And just to the north of here is the City Place neighborhood. Bathurst Street is not as busy as it would normally be, as just to the north of here it is closed as it heads over the railway tracks. There's a look south towards the lake. You could follow that south all the way down to Billy Bishop Airport. So the next major street to the east of here should be Spadina Avenue. And it looks very much like a construction site along here. There's a look into City Place. Not all parks get sun. Rethink unconventional spaces. That's certainly true. There's a look north up at City Place again. And this is Dan Leckie Way. That would be Lakeshore Boulevard West right there. And I think just up here is a park called Canoe Landing. You can actually see part of a canoe right there. It's kind of an interesting vantage point on the CN Tower, or at the CN Tower. So eventually, I think the Bentway will carry on to Spadina Avenue. So that would be the space underneath the Gardner Expressway right there. I'm not sure what the timeline is to complete that development. Let's just see how far east this trail takes us. There's a public school that serves the City Place community. About a week ago, I recorded a walk that went west through City Place. And then I headed north up to Draper Street. And there's a look at what would normally be the backed up Gardner Expressway at this hour. But traffic actually seems to be moving pretty good. These buildings here are all part of City Place. I think the first City Place buildings were finished in 2003. So I assume this is where the Bentway will eventually terminate, just to the right here. And it looks like on the other side of Spadina Avenue, there's a walkway, so perhaps I'll find my way over there and continue on east. Looks like I have to head south a bit before I can cross over to the other side. There's some cars waiting to get on to the westbound Gardner Expressway. There's a couple that wanted to go for it and jaywalk. It would be ironic if the light changed as this truck was blocking the way. That's a tough turn for him to make. What a ridiculously long wait this is to cross. I don't feel like waiting for another set of lights. There's Lake Ontario just to the south. Perhaps the smart thing to do would have been to jump on that streetcar there and head into Union Station that way. Yeah, it looks like I've done a big opening in traffic here. In hindsight, it probably would have been quicker to walk up to Fort York Boulevard and cross there. I should retitle this video, Johnny stands at ridiculously long pedestrian crossings. Not that the crossings are long, but the wait times sure are. This kind of highlights the need to start prioritizing the city for the people that actually live here. Oops, I dropped something. And here is a place I have never been. Southern Linear Park, located at 350 Lakeshore Boulevard West. Although they spell Lakeshore as one word there. I'm quite sure they spelled that wrong. Lakeshore in Toronto should be two words if I'm not mistaken. Lake space shore. In Mississauga, where it's Lakeshore Road, it's one word. Well, this has turned into a different kind of video than I normally make. That's the South Core District straight ahead. this entire plot of land here is rumored to be up for redevelopment. As the Sky Dome has become something of a dinosaur. It's one of the last of the multi-purpose stadiums still in use, and it was one of the last ever built, if not the last that was built. Shortly after they finished building the Sky Dome, Camden Yards opened up, which sort of kicked off a whole new era of stadium design, where we started to see purpose-built baseball and football stadiums that were a lot more appropriate for their respective sports. So the rumor is that they would be tearing this down and building a baseball-specific stadium in its place. So what would happen to the Blue Jays for a couple of years is anyone's guess. I think it might be a nice gesture to loan them to the city of Montreal. And the only thing I would ask of the new stadium is that it opens up to this spectacular view of the skyline. You see baseball stadiums like PNC Park in Pittsburgh that do that. It kind of makes you realize what a wasted opportunity this stadium is here in this location, and it doesn't do that. And you could certainly still do that with a retractable roof. And now we're in a little more familiar territory if you've been tuning into the channel somewhat regularly. There's the base of the CN Tower and Ripley's Aquarium just beside it. And this here on the park, on the right is Roundhouse Park. That was the rec room I just walked by, which is a large Dave & Buster's style arcade and bar. There's a train museum here. And Steam Whistle Brewery. Speaking of which, with Christmas around the corner, I got a message from my brother asking what I want for Christmas. So I sent him a link to the Junction Craft Brewing website and just told him to get me a case of beer from them. I think it's important to support our local businesses throughout this pandemic. Especially since there seems to be measures in place that certainly favor certain retailers and business operations over others. He's certainly at the fairest of times to be a small business operator. So I'm currently walking east along the south end of Bremner Boulevard, which in a block will become Raptors Way as you approach Scotiabank Arena. That's the Delta Hotel where I saw, I'm tripping over my words here, where I saw Stephen A. Smith a few years ago when the Raptors were in the finals. That's a look south down towards the lake. Normally at this time on a Friday, chances are there would be a Maple Leaf or Raptors game at the arena. And this entire area would be abuzz with people. You'd have the after-work crowd coming out and frequenting a lot of these establishments. There's certainly a lot of office towers in the South Core district. And you'd have a lot of people making their way out here on their way to a game. This place in particular would be quite busy. There's also a Real Sports, which is a very large sports bar just up ahead. So what I'll do is I will continue on east down Raptors Way, which is just on the other side of York Street here, and then I'll hop into Union Station and find my way to the subway platform. I'll hop the northbound train, go home and edit and start to upload this video, and then I think I'll come back out and do a live stream. This here is Raptors Way. And when the Raptors are in the playoffs, it transforms into Jurassic Park, where you'll often see a large outdoor gathering of people watching the game on the screen right there. The area is formerly known as Maple Leaf Square, although there's not a whole lot of joy in watching Maple Leafs playoff games out here. And there is a look west down Raptors Way and Bremner off in the distance. You can kind of see the reflection of the CN Tower in this office tower right here. I've always thought that was kind of neat. And let's head into Union Station. I just have to pull out my mask here and slide it on. They are required indoors in public areas as well as on the transit system, although they don't do a very good job of actually enforcing that. In fact, they don't do any job of enforcing that. You could walk in there without a mask on and you might get a dirty look. That would be about it. I think it's kind of funny that the government is putting so many places out of business with their restrictions, yet they do absolutely nothing to enforce a lot of the measures that they have put in place. So I'll be passing through the Go and Via section of Union Station. This entire area is a construction zone. It's been under construction since the beginning of time.
Hi again,
Hello?
Bonnie.
Colette, right?
Yes.
Hi, I'm just making a video right now.
Oh.
Good to see you. Wow, what were the odds of that? Let's see if we can follow the sign here. She popped into one of the earlier live streams that I had done.
Business spots I've already scanned.
As I was saying, Union Station has been under construction since the beginning of time, and there's an estimated completion date of never. This entire project is something of an ongoing joke amongst those that live in the city and use the station. Looks like these people are all waiting to board a Via train, probably en route to Montreal. And here is the Great Hall at Union Station. I think it's probably quicker if I head out to the subway entrance this way, and we can take a look at the new TD holiday decorations. So this here is Front Street West. I'm just going to be heading down these stairs and hopping on the subway. Oh, sounds like that's the train I want. I'm probably going to miss it. So it's 5:18 p.m. on a weekday night, and Union Station is an absolute ghost town. All right, folks. I'm going to end the video here. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this walk along the Bentway Trail. And then I continued on east to Union Station. There are links to my Patreon account if you wish to support the channel in the description, as well as an Instagram account, and you can check out channel memberships on the main page, as well as my other channel, Johnny Stumbles. All right, thanks for watching, guys. I will catch you on the next one.